takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amir Abdullah with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. First and 10 for Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Dalton throwing on second down. And that one is incomplete. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Throwing. Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Tate. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We remind you, no night game tonight on Christmas Eve, but we make that up with 2 games under your tree tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. Yes. I'm just reading the card. I got to give props to our writer, Ed Brady, there. But we start with the Steelers and Texans at 4:30 Eastern, followed by the Raiders and Eagles, a Super Bowl 15 rematch. You impressed that I know that?
I'm very much impressed that you know that. That was the MVP.
Yep, that'll be at 8:30 Eastern from Philadelphia. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Let's go! Flex round!
The second down run for Abdullah. And down he goes just beyond the 35. But that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Get loud! I want to hear it! Young Trip is here, baby! Young Trip is here!
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Off the bootleg. Miller. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
As aggressive as Cincinnati is on defense, I was surprised that they only had 33 sacks last season.
Yeah, bottom half of the NFL.
I think that helped contribute to them not making the playoffs. Remember, they had a nice little run going. That's the first time they missed in the last 6.
In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt, as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Shreds the tackle. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Dalton now to pass. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They start the drive with a duel. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. They go with a duel again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Start right there.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And look out. I think he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 21-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. They go back to Abdullah on first. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year for just 357 yards. Now Miller, off play action. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Now Riddick. A little juke. How did he stay on his feet? A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Miller looking to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm doing
it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. The toss play to Mixon. And he's got room. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run left with Abdullah. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Off play action.